So first of all, many thanks for your time and for your patience. We come ready from downstairs where you have cooked a very nice lamb with coffee, what you call in India kapi.
Kapi, yes.
Kapi, and I find that I felt very amazed because in India you use also coffee. There's other countries in the world that they are used to use coffee also with meat. For example, Brazil, for example, Spain. Even in Spain we do it, yes. But you do it in a very specific way, so very flavored and is different. So here in Spain, when we think about Indian cuisine, we think about the spices. And you've brought your spices, but just one for the mushroom and not many for the other part of the dish. So please, can you explain our readers how is spicy your cuisine? Not too much, I think.
For me, it is very important that when you cook with spice, you don't overpower the spice. You don't add too much into the dish. I mean, there are certain recipes where you have to use 4, 5, even 6 spices. But then actually it has a very deep and complex flavor. So when you're trying to understand the cuisine, we try and keep it quite simple. And for me, what is important is when I use a product, I try and use very less amount of spice because I want the product to be the star and not the spice. The flavor will come through with 1 or 2 spices. So you don't need 10 spices and 12 spices. Because when you add too much spice, you actually camouflage the dish and you coat the dish entirely with something else. So you don't get to taste the lamb, you don't get to taste the lobster or the fish or the vegetable. You only taste the spices. But when you're buying a great product, you add a very few things to make it good nice. Like for the lamb, we just used a red chili powder and there was nothing else. But when we made the upma, which is the semolina, we added just one spice, which was the mustard seeds. The mustard seeds on its own is quite beautiful and nutty, but it adds a very nice depth to the upma. When you cook the mushroom, which is again full of umami, it was just a small hint of cumin to bring out the glorious flavors of the cumin to complement the mushrooms. Although they are very contrasting and complex and different, but they come into harmony together. So when you use that, use a few, but use them very cleverly.
So when it comes to the concept umami, I've seen that every cook, every chef has a different concept of umami. Which is just your concept of umami?
My concept of umami is trying to use a few things to add the flavors. You know, like you can notice it, the mushroom had a natural umami, so they will complement the dish. So you're not having just a bowl of mushrooms, but then the umami in the mushroom complements the coconut in the semolina, so it interacts quite well and it gives a very nice balance. If you look at the coffee lamb chop that had a small amount of tomato paste, tomato also has a very high content of umami, but it gives it a kick to the dish. It gives it a meaty flavor. It enhances the flavor of the lamb to go with it. And the coffee lamb is cut with the sugar, with the muscovado, so it doesn't become very bitter. So if you look at it, the coffee bitterness, the rich creaminess and the butteriness in the upma and the umami in the mushroom, they're all very, very diverse. They all have umami, but they all come together to form a dish. So it's a blend of beautiful flavors to make it taste better.
In which extent has your taste been modified because of living in London?
It does, yes. I think you have to cook for where you are. We have a restaurant in Mumbai which caters to the local audience in Mumbai, which are so used to having stronger flavors. Now when you come to a place like San Sebaastián or you come to London or to Geneva, they're not used to all the strong flavors. So if I give them a very strong flavor, it puts people away. So we want people to come and embrace each other. And food is one way of expressing your love. And that is why we have to tailor-make the dishes to where we are. So cooking here in San Sebaastián and in London is a lot different from cooking back into India or say into Mauritius or in the Middle East.
You are one of those Indians that go abroad and then return to India.
I did, yes. I left India in '93. Although when I say I left India, my heart is still back in India.
Your heart is back in India and you are also pushing the economy.
Yes, I think we are, in some ways, we are ambassadors for India in our own shape and form, and we do it through a love of food. And food brings people together onto a table and brings a big smile onto your face.
In your Mumbai restaurant, do you have a local source of ingredients or no?
Everything is local in Mumbai. Everything is locally sourced. Right from our meats to your spices, everything is locally sourced. India is so rich, you don't need to look outside. Everything is within our boundaries in India.
So, in which extent is your way of cooking related to slow food?
I didn't get you, sorry.
In which extent is your kind of cuisine related to slow food?
It is slow food in the way that the food is locally sourced from wherever we are. We try and do things which are as local as possible and trying to be as close to the roots we are. It's very important for us that when we cook in any area, we try and take produce which comes from that area. We don't try and import fish from India to try and cook into London. We try and do things which are locally sourced. It's for here, for this San Sebaastián, we've taken the lamb which is all local around us. We've taken things which are local around us. Certain spices are what you need to do, but everything has to come from the area. I mean, you have to support the locals around you, the local farmers, the local shops, the local merchants. Everything has to be from where the land you are. It's like when we cook into Geneva, we try and use fish from Lake Geneva, or we try and use the poultry from Switzerland, or the lamb, or from France, which is next door. We don't try and do things importing it from India because it is not correct. You have to be as centric to where you are and support as many businesses around you and cut down the carbon footprint as much as possible.
Now talking about the crew in your restaurant, your people working with you, how do you select people? Which is the for London, for Mumbai? Is different or is the same
It is the
criteria?
same style. The people are almost similar. We've been very lucky. We are doing for about 32 years. We have a very strong loyalty within our team. We run 11 restaurants globally right now. And we're able to reach these numbers because we actually work with a pool of people who've been working with me. I mean, there are a couple of people who are still working for me since 1993. When I first went to the UK, they're still working for me. There's some cooks we employ who used to still work for me back in India in 1987, 1988. So the loyalty factor is very strong. We always take people with us. We train them, we mentor them, we groom them, we make them understand our ethos, and then as they grow within the company with us, we then give them a restaurant to run eventually. So they have a sense of belonging to it. They understand our ethos, they understand our feel towards the food, and that is what they pass on to the next generation of chefs. So it's a process which has come down the line for so many years. I'm very proud to say I am blessed with some amazing people to work with.
Is this your first time here in Spain?
No, I have been to Madrid in 2008 for Madrid Fusion. I did a couple of wine seminars in Barcelona. So I've been 4 or 5 times now in Spain to do wine and food pairing discussions and chats. But this is the first time in San Sebaastián at the Congress, and I must say it has been absolutely fantastic. Very well done.
You've talked about olive oil.
Yes.
And which other products do you think can pace with your kind of cooking?
Every product can work. There's nothing as you can't make it work. Every product can work in different cuisines. It is you have to understand the base of the product or how you can add it to your own dish. I mean, olives are abundant here in this part of the world. Olives, you also get them in India, but it is not as frequently used. But I use olives in my dishes. I make a chicken tikka which has a marinade of olive and rosemary. Now, olive and rosemary is a classic combination, but it works extremely well also with the chicken tikka, which you cook in a tandoor. So when you eat it, you get the barbecue and a tandoor flavor, but you also get a lovely black olive and the rosemary herb to complement it. And visually it looks beautiful because you got the black rings or the specks on the white chicken tikka. It looks amazing.
What about Spanish wines?
I do love Spanish wines, yes. I do love the rocas. I think they are excellent. We serve them also into our restaurants. I've had a try a few of the rocas here, and I must say they are extremely full of body, very complex, good tannin. I prefer the reds more than the whites, and I think you do some amazing reds here.
So, many thanks for your time. I hope this is not the last time that you have a conversation with us.
I will be back for sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.